Hello. Today I'm in Weardale at a place called Westgate, and behind me is the old station. I'm still on the old railway, well, where the old railway line would have gone any case. Today I'm heading up to have a look at Middlehope mines. So more on that when we get there. Behind me, near these beautiful waterfalls, is the site of the old mill. There's two stunning waterfalls here. Got some more decent sized waterfalls here. A little bit more water in, this will be really good. Part of the story of these mines is this stuff. Flareite. We've got a fourth waterfall here, not as big as the other ones, a nice little cascade nonetheless. And the area is shallow enough to take a child paddling as well. So I'll have to bring my daughter here. Let's see what we got here. It doesn't look much. It was sparkling like mad in the water, so I'll take it back and try and identify it. And it's the same type of stone. And again here, it's got a very fine druzy. Might just be sandstone actually. It's just the way that's catching the light in the water is pretty good. There's a bit of quartz. And that was from a bit further down, that was the flareite. You can see it's purple flareite on the top. And you got a little bit of yellow flareite in the bottom as well. I'm not sure if you can see that in the water. I'm not sure if you can see that in the water. It really sparkles. But out in the water, it's just dull stone. It's times like this when a zoom on the camera would have been useful. But in times gone by, miners would have followed the streams up, and what they'll be looking for is various different types of crystals that we've seen, especially quartz with iron staining. That's a good sign that there's lead, silver or gold even in America. But they're also looking for where there's a fault. So here on the bottom next to the stream, you see you've got this shale, and then that goes into the limestone on the other side, and there's a fault line through there. There's yet another nice cascade here. It comes down there and it continues down there as well. There's another half dozen waterfalls up there. Definitely gonna have to bring my daughter. Here you've got deer tracks. Here's the bank sides falling away. So I think the path's supposed to be closed from here on. But what it does do, gives me an opportunity to show the kind of things that the miners would have been looking for. You see here, there's a bit of fluorite. And there's some more. It's all fluorite here. What I'm trying to do, we need to try and find some quartz as well. Can't see any off the top of my head at the moment. And one of the nice things about finding fluorite in a stream as opposed to a mined slag heap is that the water has polished it for you. And here we've got fluorite, and here we've got some ironstone. This, I have absolutely no idea what it is. And just as I was about to walk away, I found exactly what the miners would be looking for. That's galena on quartz with iron staining. That's precisely what they were looking for. I told them that there was a vein somewhere near here. Yeah, another waterfall. And we're at the start of my destination. Behind it, we'll get a closer look in a second. It's the storage vats for the ore. These structures is where they stored the ore before it went for smelting. And we have yet another nice cascade. I came here for the mines, but the waterfalls are stealing the show at the moment. This is the start of the Middlehope mining complex. There's a few mines around here, all called Middlehope Mine, or all form part of Middlehope Mine, I should say. The Middlehope Mine started off as a lead mine. And then they discovered something special. They discovered yellow fluorite, which was unique to Weardale, and it fluorescents under ultraviolet light as well. And there are samples of this fluorite in natural history museums all over the world. And it all came from this place. So I doubt there'll be any left now, just like the little bits I've picked up in the stream. Because it was very, very popular with crystal hunters. When the lead market collapsed, there was a lot of ironstone in Middlehope Mine. And they reopened Middlehope Mine in order to mine iron, or quarry iron even. So it lasted a little bit longer than some of the other lead mines. And at the very, very top of this stream, I'm not sure if we'll get there today or not, but we'll try. I've been before, took the little one there crystal hunting not so long ago. There's an old fluorite mine. So it has a history of lead, then fluorite, then iron, and then fluorite again. On the other side of this bridge is yet another nice waterfall. As I said, the waterfalls are definitely stealing the show today. I promise you I've not just moved this for the camera. But this is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about before. Iron stained quartz, fluorite, and a rock with galena on it. Galena is the lead silver ore. Another nice bit of fluorite. This stream bed's littered with galena. You see it all over. This here is the site of the old wheel. You can see on the wall there when it came across. This is a fascinating site. I think it would be pretty easy to do a wild camp as well if someone was into that. Yeah, we've got some touristy details of the site. So here's where the ore was stored, which was showed before. And the washroom was down on the bottom here. So the washroom was there where they sorted the ore. There's that wheel there. That was the stables and office apparently. That was the mine shop. So the mine shop was there. That was the engine for the wheel. And then what else we got? There's the store. That was a smithy there. So just behind there, the buildings I was showing before, that was where the smithy was. That's a pretty deep pool down there. You can see on here you've got into the grooves, you've got something, a bit of machinery which was bolted into the wall itself. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. And then if you come up on the top, you can see, you might not see it on the camera, but you can see where the machinery of some description was bolted onto here as well. And you got the 2 big bolts sticking out here. It's like almost a crane-like structure. And what it reminds me of is the old winch at Coalberry mine. It was very similar to this. This is the sift that they worked, or the hush. It's got a bit of, quite a bit of backfill on it as well by the looks of it. I think they used this to store all the rubbish that came out the mine. They probably did this bit first. This was probably the first bit they mined. And then when they sunk the deep shaft's over there. Apparently it's one of the deepest mines in the Weir Valley. And when they sunk that, they probably used the workings here in order to backfill all the rubbish. Behind me here, the bankside's collapsed. So I've come down to come off the path a little bit down into the stream to have a look and see if we can see anything interesting. But first of all, what I'll do is I'll have a look in the stream itself, because it's easier than having to cross the stream to have a look in the bankside. So we're just like looking for anything that sparkles, really. I mean, here, that's just iron stone, showing out the iron that's in the stream. That's what we've got. This one's a bit sparkly. Don't know what it is though. Only seems to sparkle in the water. It's the same stuff that I got before. There's a big lump of fluorite, iron stained. That looks like quartz, iron stained quartz. See what else we've got. What's this? I don't get it. Galena. You can see the lead ore, the galena on it. Put it back for someone else to find. There's some more there. This is fluorite with galena on it. A lot of iron staining. Might keep that one. It's a good sample to show what I'm looking for. What we've got here. That's a bit more fluorite. I'll put that one back. You get the idea. Nothing standing out on the bankside, but there's the remains of someone who scrambled up it. There's old footprints as well, which suggests that maybe the professional crystal hunters have already been here and raked through it. As I came, there was nothing I could see in the bankside. I'm sure if you raked around a bit more you could find something. But as I was coming back to the path, I came across this, which is a big lump of galena. And when I came to wash it in the stream, I came across that, which is a big lump of flareite. They always look nicer in the water. They seem to lose their luster when they're out of the water. Makes it easier to spot when they're in the water. You can see the professional crystal hunters have all already been here and had a rake through. It's like this here. That hasn't been moved naturally. Someone's taken something out of there, and there's nothing around that would fit into that gap. So it must have been a nice sample. Nice bit of ironstone over there. Come down to another bit where the bank sides eroded a bit. And already you can see huge lump of flareite here. There's another huge lump there. Oh, this is an interesting cluster. Look at that. That's got iron in it. There's a bit of galena, quartz, flareite. I wonder if it's joined together. A little bits of quartz on that stone. All of this would tell the miners that there was a vein of lead ore somewhere nearby to be mined. Yeah, that cluster washed out a little bit nicer. I might take that home and see, hope that it doesn't fall apart when I clean it. That's that flareite I found before. There's lots of flareite here. I'm not going to take everything. There's no point. It's an interesting story about flareite. Scientists were wondering why people in Weardale and the surrounding area had such good teeth. And then they realised that it was the flareite in the water. And that's how you get flareite in your toothpaste now, and why it's added to your water to protect your teeth. I don't know if they made any conclusions about the lead in the water as well, like. But I'm not saying anything about that. I know too many nice people in Weardale. Path's fallen away again here. You have some lovely falls over there as well. The Seven Sisters type fall. And there's huge dragonflies. They're almost the size of small birds. I'll see if I can try and get one on camera. Don't know if I got that or not. I hope so. There's 1,000,001 midges down there as well, like. Could do with a little bit more breeze, just to be on the safe side. Just in case you couldn't tell from the stonework, we're heading onto the next mine site now. This looks like the ore storage area. There's the old mine buildings. I'm wondering if the mine is underneath me. I need to get down there somehow. There's a pathway there, so I might have to go up, around and down. Let's have a look. Behind me is all the old mine buildings. Just there you can see where the ore used to stay. Over here is evidence of a wash floor. Just had a rake through some of the rubble. There's loads of little bits of fluorite and quartz and stuff. I can't see the entrance to the mine, so I don't know where the mine was. I'll have a look around, see if I can find it. This water's being channeled. It's coming up from underground there, and it's going back down underground here. It's formed a swamp over there in the middle of the mine workings, so it's probably used to run a wheel of some sort. But if it's coming from over there, the mine might be over there. We'll have a look. I found the mine. The main mine buildings are over there. And then you've got this pond here, which is made up of the water coming out of the mine. The mine itself's over there. I'm going to try to get a bit closer, but I'm being eaten alive here. Like, with that pond, it's just a breeding ground for midges. Foxglove, nettles, and there's the mine. The water's a bit deep. I'm not going to be able to go inside it. I haven't got the right equipment for it. It's a pity I brought a torch as well. I would have gone in a little bit. But now you need wellies to get into there. It's a pity. That's one of the level mines. Starting to run out of time as well, to be honest. I'm spending too much time looking for crystals and galena. Got more mine workings all the way along here, both sides. Right here you got another pond. It's been dammed over there purposely. So this probably was water used to power water wheels a bit further down. And the same with that other pond just in front of the mine. That was probably once used to power water wheels, or to power the apparatus for cleaning the ore. There's another mine over there which we're heading to now. Here you got massive spoil heaps. There's a lot of shiny stuff glinting off the sun in it. Quite a few hushes here as well. There's a big hush there. The insect life like is pretty nasty here, like a lot of midges and flies. I need to renew my insect repellent in a minute. Apparently over the top of there is a big dam, which hopefully I'll want to try and get to on the way back. These are big spoil heaps. There's a lot of shinies coming from it, a lot of sparklings. So there might be a lot of quartz and fluorite and stuff in it. And the problem with the spoil heaps is, well actually probably the best thing about the spoil heaps, is this is a protected site. So even if you found something nice there, it would be illegal to take it. Well, it's illegal to take any of the crystals, to be honest. but no one's going to bother you if you take stuff from the stream bed, you know, and if provided it's nothing that's of value. Yeah, we've got a bit of a spoiled heap on this side of the stream. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there's a lot of sparkling going on here. And as I suspected, it's quartz. There's a lot of quartz mixed with ironstone. A lot of flying ants around. Yeah, we've got some workings out there. There's mine workings. This is probably a cave in, I'd guess. Here's the entrance to this mine. It's got a big padlock on it, like. A lot of these mines you can enter, but well, I haven't said that, it's off its hinges over there. But once again, it's all flooded with water, like. I haven't got the right footwear for it. I'll go around and see if I can have a look inside. Right, let's see if I can get a view in. The torch isn't making a great deal of difference. It's the sunlight, you see. See a little bit further in, you can see looks like there's a little bit of a collapse at the end there. I just might see it. You can see the iron in the stones as well. This is all dry stone walling, you see. It's not brick. As you can see, it's all flooded. I'm not going to go in there with hiking boots. Up there, there's an old abandoned farmhouse. Might be worth exploring on another day. I'm starting to run out of time now, like. I've got a feeling there's a track that goes up there. And if I'm right, that might go to Middleton Fluorspar mine. Middlehope Fluorspar mine. I need to check the map first. I think this is as far as I go on the burn itself. And I need to head over that way somewhere, and then pick up the path. Now I get across this ford, it's quite deep to the right, shallow to the left, so if I'm going to fall to the left there. Easy to miss that hole in the wall. I'm heading up here. This looks like an old tramway, an old wagonway. The wind's picking up now, which is a good thing for the midges. Not so good thing for talking to the camera. Today I had intended on doing some of the lead road. I had intended on going up the long drag and then coming back down Broadway. But when I was busy planning my route last night, I realised that the long drag isn't a right of way. And I thought, well, that's a bit strange. It's can't be the only Drover road that's not a right of way. So I looked on the old maps. So I've started off with the earliest map, the 1861 map, and it wasn't on the 1861 map. I thought, that's weird. I thought this was one of the Drover roads for the lead. It wasn't until I got to the 1895 map that I saw that the long drag was marked on. And by 1895 the lead market had collapsed. The lead mines weren't very profitable. It reopened them again slightly in First World War for the lead for the bullets, you know, but by 1895 the lead mining industry had all but gone. So I was a bit confused. So I followed the lead road along on the maps, and then followed it to the end. And when we got to the end, I realised that it wasn't serving lead mines at all. It was serving coal mines. And it was at the end of the long drag was a series of coal mines, and that's what the long drag was serving. So nothing to do with the lead mining industry. So it's still worth maybe trespassing to have a look of it. But I mean, today is the 10th of August, 12th of August coming up, 2 days time. And you've got to pass the gamekeeper's house on the long drag as well. He's not going to turn a blind eye. Not this close to the 12th. So I knocked it on the head. I'll still do Broadway, and then there's another old lead route I found over the moors, which is the Black Way. I managed to plot that last night, which takes you in a different direction, but so I thought I would come here and do these lead mines instead, and I'm very pleased I did. It's a beautiful walk, this. Let's continue over the Star, yeah? You've got stunning views here, really stunning. It's like a miniature Isaac tea trail, this. Very similar scenery, very similar walking conditions. And dead sheep. Quite freshly dead as well. Wonder how it died. This is what we came for. This is a scheduled monument, this. It's part of the mining industry. Now it's said that this pond provided the water for the wheel that was showed you down in the bottom before the very first mine workings we came to. Now over there, these workings, that's part of the slit vein, which was a huge gleaner vein. Over there you got like a farmhouse with some trees, and you go up to the next set of trees. There's a car there, probably someone raking around. That was the site of Middlehope fluorspar mine. I'll take you along here. See if you can see past the nettles. This is the source of that pond, and this is water that's being drained from the mine. Over there somewhere is at least one, if not two, level mines We're going to have a look soon if we can find them. But just look at the views here. There's that abandoned farmhouse. And the mine's down the bottom where I just come from. Middlehope flare spar mine. Let's see if we can find these levels. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to find those level mines today unless I happen to pass them on my way back. The farmer's busy in the same field as me now. He's busy rounding up his sheep, well, the shepherd at least. And in order to find the levels, I'm going to have to trespass into the field door. So maybe come another time and have a look. Can you imagine living in a house like that? Look at its view. Absolutely stunning. So, that's the end of my trip up Middlehope Burn. I was tempted to follow the track upwards to Middlehope Flareite mine, but I've been before. Busy editing a video at the moment on crystal hunting with my daughter. It's not quite ready yet, so it'll be coming out towards the end of the summer. But it's a shame I couldn't find the other two level mines, but people forget that the countryside's a working environment, and I was very conscious that the shepherds were trying to round up their sheep, and if I'm busy trampling through the middle of them, I'm not going to be helping much, you know. Or I'm busy shearing them. I was going to turn around and go back a different way, but a young lad came out on his quad bike and said that it was alright to go through. I wouldn't be disturbing the sheep too much. So I'm back on the track now where I needed to be, heading back towards the car now, down at Westgate. So it's a stunning area, this, like, it really is beautiful. Even if you're not interested in lead mines, it's worth coming here just for the scenery. Wildlife spectacular. There's like loads of little songbirds, I've ate the birds. I've seen about 4 herons. Insect life as well, there's loads of different insects. Huge dragonflies. I really hope I've caught them on camera. I'm not sure if I've got them on camera or not. Difficult to film insects on an action camera, you know. But thank you for joining me on this walk. If you liked it, please like and make a comment and subscribe. I always like your comments, always try to reply to everybody's comments. Love reading people's comments, and to be honest, I tend to write a hell of a lot more than I speak. I mean, a large part of the problem is that I always seem to be walking when it's windy or raining, or I'm in water somehow, and the camera's got to be in its case. So I'm not able to speak most of the time, especially when you're climbing up on the top of the hills. It's always windy, and you kind of need a separate sound recording system to pull off that kind of sound quality, you know. So I tend just to stick it to music, because you'll not be able to hear what I'm saying in any case, and most of the time what I'm saying is a load of rubbish. I mean, really, you should just be here to be inspired by the scenery, to get out and explore for yourself, you know. That's what it's all about, getting outdoors, exploring. And it's not just the scenery as well, it's poring over old maps, reading old accounts, finding out the history of the landscape as well. It's most of this landscape's all been shaped by mankind, you know. It's not naturally like this, but even though it is beautiful, it just shows out of heavy industry and pollution, nature manages to reclaim it. produce something just as spectacular and beauty built on the remains of man's activity. Thank you, and see you on the next one.